Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to learn listening English with a story. Market Day in a French town. In a small, old town in France, Wednesday was always market day. Every Wednesday morning, the town square came alive with the sounds and colors of the weekly market. People from the town and nearby villages came to buy fresh food and local products. Early in the morning, the vendors started to arrive. They came in small trucks and vans, setting up their stalls around the town square. They unfolded tables, arranged colorful cloths, and displayed their goods carefully. The first stalls to open were the flower stalls. Vendors brought buckets and baskets overflowing with flowers. There were bright sunflowers, fragrant lavender, colorful roses, and many other kinds of flowers. The flower stalls added a splash of color and a sweet smell to the market square. Next came the food stalls. Farmers arrived with fresh vegetables and fruits they had grown in their fields. There were piles of red tomatoes, green lettuce, orange carrots, and purple eggplants. There were baskets of ripe peaches, juicy melons, and sweet strawberries. The fruits and vegetables looked fresh and smelled wonderful. Cheese sellers set up their stalls, displaying different kinds of French cheese. There were hard cheeses, soft cheeses, creamy cheeses, and cheeses of all shapes and sizes. The cheeses had strong and interesting smells, some sharp, some mild. Bread sellers arrived with baskets and shelves full of freshly baked bread. There were long, crusty baguettes, round loaves of country bread, and sweet pastries like croissants and pain au chocolat. The smell of warm bread filled the air, making everyone feel hungry. Meat and fish vendors set up their stalls too. They had fresh meat from local farms and fresh fish from the sea. They arranged their products neatly and prepared to serve customers. As the morning went on, more and more people arrived at the market. Townspeople came to do their weekly shopping. They walked through the market square looking at the different stalls and choosing what they wanted to buy. Women with baskets on their arms carefully selected vegetables and fruits. Men chatted with the cheese and meat vendors, asking about the products and making their choices. Children ran around, excited by all the sights and sounds, sometimes helping their parents carry small bags. The market square became busy and lively. People talked and laughed. Vendors called out to attract customers, describing their goods and offering samples. The air was filled with the sounds of French being spoken, mixed with the sounds of the market. People bought fresh bread for their lunch, cheese for their dinner, and fruits for dessert. They bought flowers to decorate their homes and vegetables to cook meals for the week. The market was a place to find everything fresh and local. Some people stopped at the food stalls to have breakfast or a snack. There were stalls selling coffee and croissants, perfect for a morning treat. People stood at small tables, drinking coffee and eating pastries, enjoying the market atmosphere. Musicians sometimes came to play music in the market square. They played traditional French music on accordions or guitars. The music added to the festive and happy mood of the market. The market was not just a place to buy things. It was also a place to meet people, to socialize, and to be part of the community. Neighbors greeted each other, friends chatted, and people caught up on local news. The market was a social gathering place for the town. The market continued to be busy throughout the morning and into the early afternoon. People came and went, buying and selling, talking and laughing. The town square was full of life and energy. As the afternoon approached, the market started to slowly wind down. Some vendors began to pack up their remaining goods. Customers finished their shopping and started to head home. By late afternoon, the market square became quieter again. Vendors folded up their tables and packed their trucks and vans. The sounds of the market faded away, replaced by the quieter sounds of the small French town again. Market day in the French town was over for another week. But it had been a successful and enjoyable day. People had bought fresh food, supported local farmers and producers, and enjoyed the community atmosphere. And everyone looked forward to the next market day, when the town square would once again come alive with the colors, smells, and sounds of the traditional French market. Hope you enjoyed the story. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more stories like this. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn listening English with a story. Time for bed, Little Bear. In a cozy cave in the mountains lived a mama bear and her little bear cub. The little bear cub's name was Barnaby, just like in our earlier story, but this is a different Barnaby, a baby bear. Barnaby the little bear loved to play all day long. He loved to run, climb trees, and play with his toys. But when evening came, it was time for bed. Every evening, Mama Bear would start Barnaby's bedtime routine. A routine is a set of things you do in the same order every night to get ready for sleep. Routines help little ones feel calm and ready for bed. When the sun started to go down and the sky turned orange and pink, Mama Bear would say, "Barnaby, little one, it's almost evening time. Time to start getting ready for bed." Barnaby would usually still be playing, maybe with his wooden blocks or his toy pine cone. He would hear Mama Bear and know that playtime was almost over. He would start to slow down his playing, knowing bedtime was coming. First, it was time for a warm bath. Mama Bear would fill a small wooden tub with warm water. The water was not too hot, just comfortably warm. She would test the water with her paw to make sure it was just right. Mama Bear would help Barnaby take off his play clothes. Then she would gently lift him into the warm bath water. Barnaby loved bath time. The warm water felt nice and relaxing on his fur. Mama Bear would wash Barnaby gently with a soft sponge. She would wash his face, his paws, and his furry body. She used a special baby soap that smelled of honey. The honey smell was sweet and calming. While she washed him, Mama Bear would sing a soft, gentle song to Barnaby. It was a lullaby, a quiet song to help him feel sleepy. The lullaby was slow and peaceful, and Barnaby loved to listen to his mama's voice. After his bath, Mama Bear would take Barnaby out of the tub and wrap him in a soft, warm towel. She would dry him gently, patting him softly with the towel. Barnaby felt warm and cozy in his towel. Next, it was time to put on pajamas. Mama Bear had a set of soft cotton pajamas for Barnaby. They were blue with little pictures of stars on them. She would help Barnaby put on his pajamas, buttoning them up carefully. Barnaby felt comfortable and snug in his pajamas. After pajamas, it was time for a quiet story. Mama Bear and Barnaby would sit together in a cozy chair near the fireplace in their cave. Mama Bear would hold Barnaby close to her, and she would take a book of stories. Mama Bear would read a gentle story to Barnaby. The stories were usually about animals in the forest or about stars and the moon. She would read in a soft, calm voice. Barnaby would listen to the story, feeling safe and warm in his mama's arms. Sometimes, Barnaby would ask questions about the story. Mama Bear would answer his questions patiently and gently. Talking quietly and calmly was part of the bedtime routine, helping Barnaby to wind down. After the story, it was time for a warm drink. Mama Bear would prepare a cup of warm milk with a little bit of honey for Barnaby. Warm milk with honey is a comforting drink before bed. Mama Bear would give Barnaby the cup of warm milk. He would sip it slowly and gently, feeling the warm milk go down his tummy. The warm milk made him feel sleepy and relaxed. While Barnaby drank his milk, Mama Bear would dim the lights in their cave. She would turn off the bright lamp and leave only a small, soft nightlight on. Dim light helps to tell the body it is time to sleep. When Barnaby finished his milk, it was finally time for bed. Mama Bear would carry Barnaby to his little bed in the corner of the cave. Barnaby's bed was soft and comfortable, with warm blankets and a fluffy pillow. Mama Bear would tuck Barnaby into his bed, pulling the blankets up to his chin. She would make sure he was snug and warm. Barnaby would lie down in his bed, feeling cozy and sleepy. Mama Bear would sit beside Barnaby's bed. She would stroke his fur gently and hum a soft lullaby again. She would stay with him until he started to close his eyes and get very sleepy. Before leaving Barnaby to sleep, Mama Bear would give him a goodnight kiss on his forehead. "Good night, my little Barnaby," she would whisper softly. "Sleep well and have sweet dreams." Barnaby would close his eyes, feeling safe, loved, and very sleepy. He knew Mama Bear was there, and he knew he was in his warm, cozy bed. He would drift off to sleep, listening to the gentle sounds of the night outside the cave. Mama Bear would watch over Barnaby as he slept peacefully. She would make sure he was warm and comfortable all through the night. She loved her little Barnaby very much, and she made sure his bedtime routine was always gentle, calming, and full of love, helping him to have a good night's sleep and wake up happy and refreshed for a new day of play and adventures. Hope you enjoyed the story. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more stories like this. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn listening English with a story. The Forest Rain Wash. In a big green forest, it had been sunny for many days. The sun was bright and warm, but it had not rained for a long time. The forest was starting to feel dry and dusty. The leaves on the trees were covered in a layer of dust. They looked a little bit gray and not so green anymore. The flowers in the meadow were drooping a little bit. The ground was dry and cracked. Even the air felt dusty. The animals in the forest felt the dryness too. Rosie the rabbit's fur felt a bit dusty. Barnaby the bear's nose felt dry. Freddie the fox sometimes sneezed because of the dust in the air. Everyone in the forest was waiting for rain. They knew that rain would make everything fresh and clean again. Rain would wash away the dust and give water to the thirsty plants. One afternoon, big gray clouds started to gather in the sky. The sun hid behind the clouds and the sky became darker. A gentle wind began to blow through the trees. The wind whispered, "Rain is coming, rain is coming." The animals felt excited. They knew that the gray clouds meant rain was on its way. They waited patiently, hoping for a good rain to wash the forest clean. Soon, the first drops of rain began to fall. At first, they were just a few drops, falling softly and gently. Plink, plink, plink. The drops landed on the dusty leaves and dry ground. Then, the rain started to fall a little bit harder. It wasn't a loud, stormy rain. It was a soft, gentle rain, like a kind wash for the forest. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter. The sound of the rain filled the forest. The rain fell on the dusty leaves of the trees. It washed away the dust, drop by drop. The leaves started to look greener and brighter again. They seemed to drink the rain and feel refreshed. The rain fell on the drooping flowers in the meadow. It washed their petals clean and gave them water to drink. The flowers slowly lifted their heads. Their colors became more vibrant and beautiful again. They looked happy to feel the gentle rain. The rain fell on the dry, cracked ground. It soaked into the soil, making it soft and damp. The thirsty ground drank the rain deeply. The dry cracks disappeared, and the earth became dark and rich again. The rain fell on everything in the forest. It washed the tree trunks, the rocks, the bushes, and the grass. It cleaned every corner of the forest, gently and thoroughly. The little stream in the forest also welcomed the rain. The rain poured into the stream, making it flow faster and stronger. The water became clearer and fresher, washing away any dirt and leaves. The animals in the forest enjoyed the rain wash too. Rosie the rabbit sat under a big mushroom, feeling the cool rain on her fur. She felt clean and refreshed. Barnaby the bear stood under a big tree, letting the rain wash his thick fur. He felt cool and comfortable. He liked the smell of the forest after the rain. Freddie the fox stood in the open, letting the rain wash his red fur. He closed his eyes and enjoyed the feeling of the clean rain on his face. The gentle rain fell for many hours. It rained all afternoon and into the evening. The forest was filled with the sound of rain, a peaceful and calming sound. It was like nature was giving the forest a long, slow, gentle bath. Finally, as night came, the rain started to slow down. The clouds began to move away and the sky became lighter. The rain stopped completely. After the rain, the forest felt completely different. Everything looked clean and fresh and new. The leaves on the trees were bright green and shiny. The flowers in the meadow stood tall and colorful. The ground was damp and smelled of fresh earth. The air was clean and cool and smelled sweet. The forest was quiet and peaceful after the rain wash. The animals came out to enjoy the clean, fresh forest. Rosie the rabbit hopped happily on the damp ground. Barnaby the bear took a deep breath of the clean air. Freddie the fox shook his fur, feeling refreshed and clean. The gentle rain had washed away all the dust and dryness. It had cleaned and refreshed the whole forest, making it beautiful and new again. The forest felt happy and healthy after its natural rain wash, and everyone in the forest enjoyed the clean, fresh world around them, thankful for the gentle rain and the natural way it cleaned and renewed everything. Hope you enjoyed the story. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more stories like this. Thank you.